Okay, thank you very much for clicking on. Today we're going to have a look at some of the items I've sold on the website, give you a little inspiration and bit of fun. You never know, you might see some of these things when you're going around the charity shops or the car boot sale yourself. So should we get started? Okay, so we're going to start off here is a 19th century Victorian penny lick ice cream glass. Now, when you go to the seaside, you buy a cone of ice cream in it. Well, 100 years ago, you used to go and you'd have a 1p glass or a 2p glass, and you see this top of the glass here. That's where your ice cream would go, and then you'd lick it out, and then you'd give the glass back to the vendor. Excuse me. And these were called a penny lick or a two-penny lick. Now, if you went back a few years, these were fetching £100 plus. However, times change, tastes change, etc. Then now I sold this one for £35. They supposedly got rid of them because of the spread of tuberculosis or TB. So for health reasons, it wasn't classed as very hygienic. Now, I don't understand why, because if you're washing the glass clean and sterilizing it in between each person, I don't see what the issue is. Glass is a non-absorbent material, so I don't know. It seemed pretty safe to me. It's no different to going to a pub and sharing pint glasses with other people and after they've been washed. But either way, this one was just under 4 inches tall, in good condition, sold it for £35. There you go. I think this one had a sharp pontle mark on the base. Pontle mark being once it's blown or mold blown, and then they snap it off the rod. So that's the first. Now you can see this was number 2, so I bought 2 at the same time, and I list them 1 and 2 so that I don't get confused when I stock load them. And I never pay a lot for these. They generally come in for 50p a pound in boxes on the floor at the car boot sale. This is quite nice, little enamel sign, British Rail, no smoking. Let me see, so what is it? The size was 6 inches, so it's quite small. Enamel sign, I think it's got a bit of age. It's not a new one, let's put it that way. Romney, Hythe and Dymchurch Railway, if that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't a modern one. Anyway, I think I paid £2 for this, and I think it sold within a day, 2 days. Signs are seriously collectible, and they sell fast. If I can ever buy signs, I buy them. But £2, give or take, into 25. This was amazing. Now, I had this for a while. Now, it is Bimini glass. It's nude, it's Art Deco. I didn't put it under black light. It probably would have glowed under black light, but look at this. What a beautiful glass with a nude lady. Share the photos. This come in for 50p. Literally 50 pence. And this is in one of my haul videos. I can't remember which boot sale it come from, but it was 50p and she's absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, I put up £75 and £75 I achieved. A set of 6 of these is like £1,000. Look at that, for 50p for one glass into £75. I've told you over and over and over, I always do well with glasses and drinking glasses and things out of boxes on the floor. This was nice. Now, I've owned this for quite a while because I used to buy gold for scrap, send it off for valuations, and then I would put it in a safe and just keep it. Now, I don't know whether you've seen the video where I smashed my safe open because I lost the keys after a few years, and I pulled out tons of silver and gold. That's on my YouTube channel, that is. But yeah, beautiful 9-carat gold, diamond and amethyst ring. Yeah, you can see there, that 0.25 means it was a 1/4 carat of diamonds in there. Sometimes you'll find rings and they're not stamped DIA for diamond, but you will see like a 0.30, 0.25, 0.65, whatever. That's telling you the size of the carat. So the good chances it's diamonds. You'd still have to You'd still have to diamond test them with a testing kit. However, odds are they are diamonds when you see the 0.25 or things like that. But a beautiful ring. This come in, as I say, I used to buy gold for scrap, but when I was buying gold for scrap, it was £6 a gram. £5 and £6 a gram. So this ring literally would have come in for about £20, £30. And it was put away for many, many years. I probably paid £10 to my jeweler to value it with a certificate, but it was 5 grams. So work it out. I paid £5, £6, so I paid about £30 for it, and I sold it for 225. I've always talked about how it's safe to buy metals at their scrap value and try and retail them for this plain and simple reason is then you're not going to lose a lot of money. If you can't sell it, you can always weigh it in. If the scrap value goes down a fraction, you're only going to lose a percentage. This was one of my lockdown purchases. During lockdown, I was buying stuff off eBay because I couldn't obviously go to car boot sales, and I bought a lot of Berlin porcelain off eBay. Now, I think I paid about £50, £60 for this, but as you can see, sold for £145. Beautiful thing. White porcelain. Should have the Berlin mark. There it is. There's the Berlin mark there. So really pleased with that. I bought quite a lot of Berlin porcelain during lockdown, and I've sold quite a lot of it. But yeah, it actually stayed on my site for close on a year, give or take. But that's still not bad. Good return for the time. These I buy all the time. They're not always in this good a condition, and I generally pay around a fiver for them. That's what people tend to sell them for, sort of £3 to £5, something like that. Sold it for £40. It was the Glamorgan Cricket Bat 2008 David Hemp benefit year, and 15 inches long. And I don't even hardly do the research half the time on the names because I'm dyslexic. I can't read joint writing, so I struggle with identifying signatures. So I don't even go to that length. If there's a rare signature on there and somebody buys it to sell it on, best of luck to them. I made my profit. I don't care. But how can you read half of them? I certainly can't. I can read print, no problem at all. So, anyway, 5 into £40. Nothing wrong with that at all. Always buy autographed cricket bats. They're generally done for charity events or if as souvenirs if you attend a game. Here's another example that I bought a load of scrap in. Now, I bought this for a fiver, which is probably about its scrap value. I buy brass, I buy copper, I buy silver, I buy gold, and I'll happily pay if it's got good weight to it. I'll pay the value of the scrap. I paid about £5 for this because that's what it was. It was like a 2 kilo pot, and brass at the time was about £2.50 a kilo, something like that. Well, I achieved £65, so it goes to show you can retail the stuff because it's got an antique value. Lovely thing. Let's have a look. I'd say it's more Indian, but I put Indian/Persian down. But it was absolutely gorgeous. Nice planter. Good age to that. I never even turned the photograph right. Look at that. This I sold within an hour of listing, something like that. I bought 2 of them. I bought one in perfect condition and one with a hairline crack. And if I remember right, I sold the perfect one straight away. And the one with the hairline crack I gave to, I think it was the same person who bought it. I'm not 100%. Or I may have sold it to him. Can't quite remember. Anyway, Chinese porcelain, very late 19th, maybe early 20th. Black ground with a gilt decoration. No lids. And they call him Mirror Black. There you go, stamped China, but believe it or not, you can have stuff stamped China from as late as 1890. So just because you see that on the base doesn't mean it's brand new made yesterday. China stamped from 1890 and made in China from about 1910. But yeah, they sold within an hour. Nice little thing. And I didn't pay a lot of money. What was it? This one actually came out of my garage. Do you remember when I done the hoard videos? I think I pulled that out of the hoard video, if I remember right. A pair of them. When I was pulling boxes out my garage, because I showed videos where I was a bit of a hoarder. But nice thing, sold within minutes, and I wouldn't have paid more than a fiver for the pair, to be honest with you, especially with one cracked. Again, more glasses. I do a lot of money on glasses every year. Not as much as I used to, but a pair of nice Victorian, so 1880 again, give or take. I think these would have a gadget tool mark, nicely engraved or etched. Sometimes they're acid etched, sometimes they're copper wheel engraved. Now you can have a ground out pontle, you can have a gadget tool mark, or you can have a snap pontle. And it just refers to how they're taken off the rod and things like that, and how they're on the rod. Look at the shape of this bowl. It's not even circle. I love it with the imperfections in the old glasses. Just things like that, that little, just not quite square. I remember once I bought a rummer, and the foot was there, and the rummer was leaning like that, and I had really good money for it. How they didn't just smash it, I don't know. They kept it because they'd gone to the effort of making it, and they'd kept it, and it still survived all them years. But these come in, as I say, for 50p a piece, give or take, and I achieved £25 for them, for that pair. Lovely over. And these were one of the last buys I had out of Splot Market before they closed it down. It's a group of vintage car badges. And I paid £1 a badge. So £4 there, that cost me. And I had some original Lotus badges and a twin cam badge. Really, really nice. Now, I'd done some research up front. There's the maker's mark on the back of them. These Lotus badges were selling for £100 each, and the twin cam was selling for like 40, 50 at the time. I don't know what they are now. I paid £4. This was an achieved price. That £300 I actually achieved. It wasn't an offer or nothing. It was full £300 for the four badges. So what can I say? Fabulous little buy. I always buy things if it's vintage car, whether it's the workshop manuals to repair them, whether it's badges or a light or wing mirror, something to go on them. I'll always buy vintage car things because I know people want the original items for their cars, and they spend thousands and thousands restoring these cars. So what do you think? Some lovely little sales in there. Yeah, so really pleased. Some good profits and some interesting items and things you'll find at the car boot sales and charity shops. Now, if you don't follow me on YouTube, my entire channel is designed all around antiques, all about helping you identify antiques, about showing you things to pick up at car boot sales and how to make money from antiques. And if you want to see what I've got, go visit my website, antiquesarena.com. I got thousands and thousands of pieces up for sale. In fact, I've listed about 150 pieces of jewellery just this week alone. So check it out. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.